American reader. She's published 5 collections of poetry, including her most recent book, Basic Vocabulary. Amy teaches a writing workshop at the Far East Lounge in J-Town. Now retired, she taught high school math for LAUSD for 32 years. Before her piece, a quick clip.
Fresno's grown. The new businesses lit for blast off. I told you so, oh yes. You get off where it tells you, west side. I told you so, oh yes. It's already blasted off by the laws of progress, by the cause of commercial parks. I told you so, oh yes. Tore out most of winos dark. I told you so, oh yes. You take your old name back, Chano. I told you so, oh yes, Chano. And stamp it on the back of your hand. I told you so, oh yes. You did it all over yourselves, on all the walls you knew. I told you so, oh yes. That must have told you something. I told you so, oh yes. Looking good, Jim. I told you so, oh yes. ¿Qué tal, vato? I told you so, oh yes. I mean, you know ese. I told you so, oh yes. Side pockets high, ways and means gliding down, nodding, clean, neon. I told you so, oh yes. Get it! I told you so, oh yes. I mean, you got it, Jack. Oye, where's this vineyard? Thick menudo, noodles, chopped, stick, stem, cotton, mama, thick, heavy, dust, breeze, I mean. I told you so, oh yes. Sweat, temples, mosques, shine, parlors, gym. I mean, you got it. Chambara, mariachi, funky, on, pit, blues. I told you so, oh yes. Blow, blow, blow.
Lawson Inada and his incredible mustache. Amy isn't able to join us this evening, unfortunately, so reading in her place, please welcome back to the stage Taiji Miyagawa.
Dear Lawson, after seeing I Told You So, Alan Kondo's 1974 film on Lawson Inada, did you know you were the very first poet I ever heard? Around about 1970, UCLA. Early guest speaker in Asian American Studies. You were one of us. Angry, young, militant, and yet you weren't. You talked the talk, but only like a poet who plays upright bass and loves straight-ahead jazz. Man, you sure knew how to riff. With the bebop ear, you embraced yellow power too, ranting about the EHW, external honkies of the world. Or proclaiming, wake up, we are King Kong over this world. We are King Kong over this world. And sing, think yellow. You even gave us homework with poems using loaded words like media, Asian, identity. I went home and did just that. Been writing poems ever since. The first poetry book I bought was before the war, just $5. Its dust jacket, torn from so much use, pictures you on the back, serious, wearing your signature beret as you sit in front of a sign demanding Fresno needs a progressive leader. Still in my early 20s, I had a major crush on Toshiro Mifune. But Lawson, you were the hero that changed me. Just last month, I saw you for the first time on a film in I Told You So. Hope you don't mind my saying, there's a bit of gangsta strut as you walk the sidewalks of downtown Fresno. Cool as ever in your turtleneck, wool cap, slightly flared denims, looking at old West Side signs, Nisei Barbershop, Azteca, El Gato Negro Cafe, walls filled with neighborhood graffiti and Chicano murals singing, I told you so, oh yes, I told you so, oh yes. Your poems salute so many jazz greats like Mingus, Coltrane, Parker, Monk. You even got Billie Holiday's autograph when you were 18 and tell us it was around that time you began writing poetry. Then start the music playing, thick jazz, strong jazz, and notice that the figure comes to life, sweating, growling over an imaginary bass. My friend Taiji, who also plays double bass, says he hears jazz whenever you perform. But what the name Lawson Inada means most to me is all you've written about the concentration camps and our history as Japanese Americans. Just a Sansei kid in Roar and Uyematsu, you depict our unjust imprisonment with wisdom and outrage, unblinking and undeniable truths. Mud in the barracks, a muddy room, a chamber pot. Mud in the moats around each barracks group. Mud on the shoes, trudging to the mess hall. And I suspect you're addressing a lot of us movement, Sansei, when you write. People ask, why didn't you protest? Well, you might say they had hostages. You so rightly attest. And the people made poetry from camp, and the people made poetry in camp. Yes, the people made poetry, our determination to create beauty in defiance of barbed wire jails, so much art and artifacts made with hands and hearts, the bonsai gardens, wood carvings, sketches and paintings, furniture, tankas, jewelry, using whatever we could find. I told you so, oh yes, I told you so. Thank you, Lawson, for celebrating men like Yosh Kuromiya, Heart Mountain draft resister, arrested, judged, sentenced, imprisoned for refusing induction. Back in the day, do you remember a lot of us carried Mao's little red book, espoused the idea of art for the people? Well, your poetry comes from exactly that place. Our Issei and Nisei roots, the camps, a uniquely American history of struggle and resistance. No wonder so many of us have grown from your words. And as we used to sign off, Lawson, all power.